for the last 4 months. But does it have to be? Can you live here in a scrappy manner? Well, let's find out. Here's what I spend on an average week in New York City. There are some necessities. First, rent. I got an Airbnb, which is a bit more expensive than a year-long lease, to try out the different boroughs of New York City. This is where I'm staying, and it's about $500 a week. It's pretty nice inside, but it's about 45 minutes to an hour away from the city, which is actually what a lot of locals do. They don't live in the center of Manhattan. Transportation is the one thing you're probably going to spend less on than elsewhere. I can get almost anywhere via train or bus 24/7 at the cost of an unlimited pass, which is about $29 a week. Now on to the day-to-day stuff. So on Monday, I just spend most of my time working remote at my computer. And today I decided to make a quick lunch, just rotisserie chicken and some fruit. I really can't cook. And then after work, I went off to take the subway to explore the city. I went to Williamsburg and they have a rent a bike option for $2.75 for about an hour. So I rode across the Williamsburg Bridge, which was very cool to do for such a cheap price. It's uphill and then downhill. After that, I went to get halal at this spot, the center entrance of Williamsburg. I think most people who live there pass it, called Halal and Out. I wanted to try the famous halal in the city, and that cost about $12. That brings the grand total to $18.75, excluding rent and transportation. When you add those, the total becomes $94.25. Tuesday, I usually skip lunch, so I did that and just worked. And then after work, I took about a 45 minute train into another part of Brooklyn to attend a board game meetup where I played chess. This is the chess capital of the country in a way, so I had to play chess. Then I took a 30-minute metro into the center of Manhattan to a place called Kung Fu Kitchen, which was my first Michelin star experience. I got the, chicken entree dish, and the thing that they were awarded a Michelin star for, a duck scallion pancake appetizer. So I really enjoyed that, and that wasn't super cheap, but wasn't like super expensive either. Total cost for that came out to about $22. Total cost for today, when you add in transportation and rent, comes out to $101. Wednesday, so I typically just get out of bed and go straight to work, and because of that, I skip lunch. So the day was no money spent, which is great. After work, I went ahead and went to Chinatown and went to this place that's very poppin' all the time. There's always a massive line because a ton of YouTubers talk about it. It's called Wa Feng. The wait is like at least 30 minutes to 45. And then obviously there's also the train ride there. But the food is great. You get duck, barbecue chicken, barbecue pork, rice and vegetables for a total cost of, get this, $7. It's technically $6.75, but I don't feel bad rounding up in this case. And this is a place I went often to save money, plus it just tastes so good. So total cost when you factor in rent and transportation is $82.50. You also have to factor in the waiting cost for the meal as well as commuting to and back from where I live, which probably sums up to at least 2 hours and maybe 30 minutes. Thursday, I worked the whole day, and then after work, I took the train into the city again for a free comedy show with free pizza. Now this was fun. Obviously you get amateur comedians, so not the highest quality, but it's free and you get a few free slices of pizza to attend the show.
Usually in New York it's like thunderous applause, but I guess this is a free pizza show, so it's not...
So total cost for today was $75.50 because I didn't spend any money, but sometimes the free pizza isn't enough and I end up spending another $15 on extra food. It's Friday, which means I can spend a bit more time than usual at night going out without having to worry about getting up earlier. So I commute down into the city, and I actually did some research and found a place in Chinatown that has a $7 haircut. Now that's not the norm. Haircuts here usually cost around 20 to 30 bucks, but this was like a super cheap place for $7 plus tip. So total cost for that is about $9. Now, I also, you'll notice, have spent most of this time alone. So one way I'm trying to change that is to join a weekly improv class. This one costs $10. And yeah, you just have fun doing improv. Lastly, a guy's gotta eat, right? So what I ordered here at this Chinatown restaurant was some beef noodles, and I also ordered some pork buns as an appetizer. So total cost for that came out to about $19. That brings our total cost for the day to $113.50. Saturdays are days where I would usually go off because I have so much time. So I spend a lot of time just in the city, just exploring new sites, most of which are free. This is Bryant Park, which is free. I came here because it's very peaceful, serene, but also because I got in the wait list for the day to enter the Harry Potter store. They have a digital wait list every day so that they can get enough people in the store in a reasonable, safe manner. So I spent the time here just relaxing and using their free mini golf station until the Harry Potter store nearby called my name. Now the store itself was also very magical and amazing. Once again, I am still in that touristy vibe, so I'm doing a lot of these touristy things like going to the Harry Potter store and trying out their butterbeer, which was delicious. It was the first time I tried butterbeer. Total cost for the butterbeer was $10. Now I also have a class pass which costs $40 a month, which I use to attend this fitness class for a few credits. That also comes with unlimited access to a gym called Blink Fitness, which is like Planet Fitness. If you wanted to cut gym costs even lower, you can just get a direct Blink Fitness class access for about 20 bucks a month plus the $10 startup fee. We're going to put that at $10 for the fitness cost today, even though I'm probably going to switch to just Blink Fitness Basic because I was just touristy and wanted to try out the fancy New York City classes. Now I have to eat as well, so I went to Village Square Pizza, one of the top pizza places according to the New York City YouTuber Bread Conti. Total cost for the pizzas here is about $16. The cost for the day was $36 when you factor in rent and transportation. Total cost for the day was $111.50. Sunday, I had to go ahead and do something that was a little bit touristy, but it's something that everyone should see, and that's go to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden. It's pretty deep into Brooklyn, so it takes a while to get there, but the cost to enter is $18 for an adult. It's almost like a zoo, but instead of animals, you get to see all sorts of different flowers, from roses to Japanese flowers to trees and herbs. After that, I went to Chinatown to get some food. Total cost for that was $25 for a rack of ribs as an appetizer and some vegetables and chicken. After that, I volunteered with a local arts and music nonprofit nearby, and I was surprised to find that they paid me $20 for it. So that makes the total cost for the day $23 if you factor in the $20 I earned from volunteering. And when you factor in rent and transportation, you get a total cost of the day of $98.50. That brings the total cost for this week to $691.75. When you divide that by 7, you get an average cost for the day of $98.82. So in conclusion, is New York City expensive? Yes, and I think that's predominantly because of rent prices. Everything else, as you've seen, I'm proud to say I've been able to hack the price to be much lower than a lot of the other videos. I think my total cost for the day matches what they spend excluding rent. But that being said, you're still spending on average about $100 a day, which is still a large amount, largely due to rent.